Hello, I'm higher vibrations and so are you. And there's a lot of ascension symptoms that are just stirring up right now. Like the ear ringing is intense, but that's kind of expected. What's really pulling me is the dizziness. Like it's gotten to be so intense. Like it's been happening for a while on and off, the dizziness, but this week in particular, starting this weekend, today is just started into June 10th. We're leaning towards some really amazing energy coming in with the new moon as well as the solar eclipse, which I'm sure has something to do with all of this. But I've just been so dizzy. There have been moments that I felt so dizzy that I didn't think it was safe to drive. It's been that intense. And just the flooding in, it feels like all this, what I believe it is you almost see the light coming down onto you, and it's causing this physical reaction where of elation, like all of a sudden just extra energy and just poppy and bubbly and just kind of like really feeling great. And then there's this sudden exhaustion. It's almost like, you peaked off, in your high of elation, and the high of the elation that you experience causing you just to be exhausted. But it's just this tug of war, and so then suddenly profound exhaustion where you just feel like someone unplugged you from the outlet and you're just like done. And the diet stuff, the different types of food that I intake has changed, as well as like it's become really bizarre. It's been bizarre for a while. I went from being like I was a carnivore to I'm a vegan now. It was a slow process over the course of several months and years, really. But this past year, this past 6 months, it's become like I'm all the way, like, and the water intake requirements have just blown up. Drink your water. Just let yourself do it. Your body wants it. Like, if you're not familiar with water intake and how and allowing yourself to have that, I've noticed that people's bodies will respond to like craving things, weird things, usually something that's high in liquid. And people are like going for the sodas and stuff. And if you can avoid sodas or anything in cans right now, that will help clear out your system of those metals and really make this transition a lot easier. Headaches, really weird ones, like places that you don't expect and just severe when they come, like really uncomfortable. And then they're just gone. And I don't even realize that they're gone. So they slowly go, I guess, enough to not notice. And then all of a sudden I'm going, wait, how long has it been since I've had that headache? It was so bad a minute ago, Back here is really common for me right now, like just like at the base of your head and your neck, kind of where it meets that little where you can like palm that space all the way up through, and on the other side as well. But then I also have it where it's like all the way across right here, and it kind of like feels like it goes down. I'm not really sure what that is, but it feels to me that it's got to do with, we're just naturally going to resist this stuff, right? We're naturally going to like, we've been in this 3D experience for so long that we're rooted to it, and it's no shame and not a character flaw, but we are holding on to it in some way. And I think that's where the headaches are coming from. You can feel where things are being addressed and light is being introduced. And then also you're feeling your own draw to kind of stay in this existence, in this, it's just a knee-jerk thing. Don't feel bad about it. I have found when those moments are happening, if it's possible to stop and take a moment for meditation, even if it's just for a couple of minutes, really. It doesn't even have to be very long. 2 to 5 minutes, really. And then that will help you. It helps me to kind of recenter and to ground and to kind of focus on that space. And as soon as that happens, the headaches will go away. I tend to forget that's a solution until it's too late most times, but because I'm just in pain, you know. Let's see. Um, Also, like the buzzy feeling on your body. It's like a vibration. Your body's vibrating. Um, it's been getting more intense, especially around my heart center. Um, and it, usually when I'm in a place of rest. And I don't think that's because that's happening more right then. It's just that I'm able to be more aware of that moment. I would just talk to somebody else who has a similar experience as well. And she reported that it happened most when she was going to sleep at night. Um, and then the earth is buzzing too. Gaia is buzzing. Like, and I can hear it and feel it in rhythm with myself when things are quiet enough at night, and you know, enough people are asleep, so you're not so distracted by all the energies. But not just that, but like fuzzy, tickly, buzzy sensation on prime areas of your body are becoming really common right now. Like the head thing I've had for a little while, but it's kind of increased. It's kind of fun, a little buzzy, tickly feeling. Um, it's like that energy, right? And going down your spine and meeting your chakra points, you know, as well as the chakras in your hands and in your feet. Those are pretty, and the one in the back of your neck, on just the base of your head, that one's been pretty active the past little bit. And spurts of anxiety that just is that's hard for me. Like the anxiety, and it turns into intense irritability. I don't like that part at all. Like all of a sudden, like I'm just like, no, I don't like that at all. And then, you know, as soon as I notice it, you know, I have to take time to myself and, you know, give me a minute and go and again, just take a couple of breaths on my way to wherever it is I can circle back to if I don't have any other time to do that. If possible, go into a place of meditation, again, for 2 to 3 minutes. 5 is awesome. You know, meditation doesn't have to be a 20-minute, hour-long ordeal. It's awesome if you can do that. It's amazing. I highly encourage you to do it if you can make it happen. But 5 minutes is just as well. You know, like I said, I have a situation where I tend to have to only get like 45 seconds, you know, on my way to walking around. That works for me. It helps. Just notice your environment, notice where you are, pull in the energy from Mother Gaia's heart center as well as from the central sun, and just be in your breath. And then you can start back into your moment again without engaging in that irritability in a way that you might not want to have, to make amends for later, perhaps. And just listen to your body. Like that's really the main theme of this, is that our bodies know what's going on. Like they know, and we know. You know, I've been having experiences over the past few days or week that is amazing when it comes to realizing how much I do know. Things that I had no idea I knew. Like, I'm just doing. And understandings. And the only time that those things happen or really truly occur for me is when I've stopped and I've gotten out of my own way. You know, we have been doing this for a long time, and there's been a set of rules and standards that we follow. And those rules and standards don't apply anymore. That's old world stuff. Everything's new again. And our body and our soul and everything knows which way to go. It's just the ego that's still trying to drive. After all these years, we've let the ego be the car and the gas and the road and the map. And now it's time for the ego to go back into the passenger seat where he belongs. And it's kind of a little bit of a fight, you know, and it's all right. Just work on it. Just like a kid, eventually the kid will realize that that's the new rule, you know. And in the meantime, be gentle with yourself. Give yourself forgiveness. Everybody's going to have their mix-ups and mess-ups, and it's not going to go perfect. You know, if your body's craving cantaloupe, you should eat some cantaloupe, you know. If your body doesn't feel like eating, don't make it, you know. If you're noticing when you're eating something that you just don't feel good, don't keep eating that thing. You just don't. There's no reason to. You'll be fine. And remember the water. And, along with drinking as much water as you can, get into nature as often as possible. If you can't get into nature, go find some place that's nature-esque. There's a tree someplace. There's a plant. There's a flower. There's grass. There's something. Do it barefoot and stand in it. Be present with it. Give yourself the moment to close your eyes and take in a breath and be in that space that you're in. You don't have to worry about your phone or your child just for a second. They're right there. The phone will be there when you're done. And just take your moment. It's amazing how quickly that will charge you. Everything that we need is already present for us. We just need to take it. I'm so happy that you're on this journey. Don't give up. This is worth it. This is just the unwrapping of the present. It's beautiful. I hope you're having a lovely journey. Aho blessings.